Hey guys, Scott from Aristocob.com here.
And Seth from theshrinkingpastor.com.
Together, the three of us, we are Markwood Men's Breakfast Club, and welcome once again.
Howdy.
Good morning, boy.
Good morning.
We're going to get off to a quick start with some Taste of Summer. Taste of Summer. A Taste of Summer. Delicious peaches with a refreshing cream. We'll see about that. I don't know. The idea of putting cream in the pipe just doesn't appeal to me. But we'll find out.
I would think it would gunk up the works a bit. You'd have to not have a filter.
Now, if you didn't know what that was, what would you think that was? It smells like tobacco.
Yeah.
Smoking
Peaches?
in my Rusticob General, and boy,
In my Rustica.
that would be a diplomat, son. Not a.
I don't know.
So today,
I'm not on the payroll.
Today is it's a very special episode. It's sort of like the one where Dudley got touched by.
It's special because it's being recorded out of order.
Yeah.
So this week's video is actually next week's video, but we realize that you need to hear this week's video this week.
So we're doing it this week.
So we just shot next week's, and so you'll see it. So next week's is actually this week, so enjoy that. Time travel.
Anyway, Mr. Carlton touched Dudley inappropriately in a very special episode of
What?
Different
Fresh Prince
Strokes.
of the Bel-Air?
Different Strokes.
The Bel-Air. Oh my gosh.
Hey,
So speaking of
so
summertime,
far that's not bad.
summertime peaches, school is back in full swing for us here in North Carolina. I know some of you guys enjoy, some of your children probably enjoy
And so if you don't enjoy your children,
getting to go back after the long weekend. We don't have that luxury.
it's because you go back to be with the kids. See
No other reason.
what I did there?
I did.
So, one of the reasons why we wanted to film this is we are a very, very short distance away from the Cobb Foolery contest coming to a close. You guys have until September 7th, I believe, to have those submissions in. And so, that's the reason why we're smoking these pipes, because they are some Cobb Foolery themselves. And something else that kind of ties into that is, if you don't already know, I've shared on my channel and we've shared on Instagram, and there have been a number of conversations going on Voxer about the CVS stores clearing out all of their tobacco and tobacco products. And it turns out tobacco products is very loosely defined or broadly defined. And so there's been a bunch of deals that folks have been getting.
They're using the FDA's definition
I
of
guess
tobacco.
So let me get a bag here. I brought just a few of the items that I have picked up from local CVS stores.
I haven't done any of this, and I don't know why, because I feel like why aren't we smoking those?
Maybe we will, but
Okay.
they're Briars. So there's a Dr. Grabo. One of the big comments was the fact that the Savoy is the pipe that people are finding the most of, and that tends to be kind of a small pipe. But see, those are decent size
Yeah.
pipes. Also, there's a smaller Savoy.
Nice.
Folks are also finding.
That's when you can count toothpicks, right?
Yeah, oh yeah. They're also finding Missouri Meerschaum
Whoa.
pipes. So there's some older stock, some newer stock. These are both Washington pipes. This one is what I would call a billiard shape. This is what they call the Rob Roy with the tapered bowl on it. Now you might ask
Did
yourself,
Rob Roy
Scott, why are
have a
you
tapered
buying?
bowl?
Why are you buying corncob pipes? Because, like you, I'm a pipe smoker, and I buy corncob pipes. And yes, I buy them from Missouri Meerschaum. I don't buy them for 25% of their price. It's great buys. These are shop pipes. These are pipes that we'll give away to our buddies. I don't normally smoke a Washington. I like a bigger pipe. There's another Savoy.
My goodness.
I mean, each one of these bags that's in here represents a
Trip.
CVS that I cleaned out. I have several tins
Wow.
of Captain Black. Let's put that over there in the Pyramid Tobacco. Another Savoy. Another Savoy. Another Washington. I mean, how long can this continue? Well, hold on, there's more. We got a number of Captain Black pouches. These are Captain Black Gold. We got some Captain Black Original, the white. And again, it's 75% off. I'm not a huge fan of Captain Black, but again, on a cold night here in the shop, I'll absolutely smoke some Captain Black. There's a few more of those.
Captain Black?
Captain Black, you heard me.
From Space Ghost, right?
A Grand Duke. This is like a unicorn. This is something like a hot woman that's not crazy. On the hot crazy scale. A Savoy. And one of the most interesting things, as Boy was showing earlier, about a dozen of these cigar lighters, these torch lighters. These things were $1.25. Amazing price. More corn cobs and so on. Now, the weirdest thing that I bought...
This says these are child resistant. What part of this is child resistant?
It resists children?
It's fire. Children love fire. If I learned anything as a camp counselor.
I got a whole bunch of the piezo ignited lighters, right? So these are not the Bic style. These work with a click, right? And we are always looking for a lighter here in the shop. But check these out. These are the funniest ones that I got. I need something. Give me something.
To burn?
Here, hold this. Check this out. So this is a lighter.
This stuff in here, right?
Check this out. That one is projecting OMG. This one projects
Burb.
BRB, be right back. And we have an LOL.
What is the purpose of that?
I don't know. I really don't know. But
wow.
Just the fact that somebody thought that people would want to buy these made me lol.
And then buy a crap ton of them.
I bought them. Those, the lighters, were 90% off. 90%. They almost paid me to take those out of their place. So, I mean, how can you pass that up? Hold on, we're gonna drop these down in this drawer.
Okay.
Watch your knees, boy. So, anybody visiting the shop, remind us, these are down here in the drawer.
Where they will be lost forever. Man, I quite enjoy
So,
this.
how do I combine that with Cobb Foolery? As guys were finding these wonderful deals on corn cobs, I was reminding people on Instagram, modify one of those. Submit it in the Cobb Foolery contest. We've got 2 different classes, professional and amateur, 2 different categories in each class. Classic style pipe, like this would be a typical classic style pipe that someone had modified, and freehand / fantasy. So, something that is just kind of crazy is a new category. And we're going to give away, for the winners in those categories, freehand pipes on a plaque. And finalists in each category are going to get some money to spend at aristocob.com. So...
And you posted the rules and regulations on
CobbFoolery.com.
CobbFoolery.com.
Yeah. I'm a little bit anxious about this because we've only had a few entries to this date. We have 1 professional entry and a handful of amateur entries. So there are opportunities, guys. Dip us in glue and roll it in some sprinkles, and hey, you're in the contest.
I haven't done mine yet, but I'm planning to.
I'm waiting on something that I've ordered on Amazon.
I need to order the parts
and I'm hoping to have one to share with you guys very soon.
I bought a Highlander sword, so mine definitely is the fantasy category. Gonna integrate it. It'll be flawless. You won't even notice. There can only be one.
You're insane. All right, so that's it. I mean, what else are we going to talk about?
I'm glad you asked. Pardon me while I vent just a smidge.
Oh, my. While I'm having a wonderful experience at CVS, with the exception of, by the way, one more hint for the CVS shoppers. I was shocked today to walk into a CVS that still appeared to have all of their tobacco products. I bought 4 pipes at this one CVS, and I thought they were all cleared out a week ago. Not every CVS manager is staying on top of their signage. And so most of the things they had there were marked like 25% off. Some of them were 50% off. And like in the case of the lighters, I asked the gal, I said, would you mind scanning the lighters? They had a rack full of them. She says, the sign says $4.50. I said, right, I understand that. Would you please scan one? She scanned it, and it was $1.25, I think is what it came down to. So do that. Insist that they scan it to make sure the price is right. I had that exact same experience in 3 different CVS's. So, Anyway.
Well, while he's out getting stuff on the cheap, I went to a Dollar General looking for some light bulbs for our lamp. And I picked up a trash can for the classroom I'm working in. I don't have one by my desk, one-on-one. I get up there and I think, oh, you know what? I had to use my $20 bill. I don't carry cash, but I like to have a 20. I don't carry any cash more than that. Just for this times, I want to get something from the cafeteria. They don't take cards, etc. And so I get cash back. And it wasn't until I got in the car that I discovered that my cash back cost me a $1 convenience fee.
Well, isn't that convenient?
So I have never heard of that. Never experienced
An
that.
ATM machine will do that.
But never in stores. Never when you're making a purchase, getting cash back as debit.
Did you opt in at the register?
I don't know. Does one pay attention when he hits accept? No. So it cost me an extra $1. So my $20 that I got cost me $21. I'm very upset.
Should have gotten 40. It would have cost you half as much.
Or maybe twice as much. I don't know. Maybe
Let's go back and test that.
Let's not.
Let's go get $40
per item.
Was that Dollar General? What was it? Dollar?
Yeah,
Dollar
Dollar General store.
Now, surprisingly, Dollar General, it's one of those places that has dollar in the name, but it's not a dollar store. And they still have a ton of incandescent light bulbs. I was surprised to see. We got a couple 100-watt bulbs, and they had 75, and they had 60, and 40, and 20. But I thought the 100 watters were long gone by now, except for maybe a rough service bulb.
Yeah.
So we are currently being lit by a couple 100-watt bulbs and the other lights in the shop that happen to be working at this moment. So
another thing, since we got some time,
more ranting.
Hang, yeah, why not? There's been some e-cig news this week. First, some exciting news. If you are in the market for a vaporizer, an e-cig, if you want to step up, if you have an ego twist, let me highly recommend to you the IPv3 by Pioneer for You. It has not yet released. It's coming out the first week of September. This is the IPv2. They have made some changes to this to make it better. But one of the coolest things about the IPv3, it's about $130, $140 right now.
Dude, that's a good thing about it.
It is, because it goes up to 100 watts. More wattage equals more vapor, usually more flavor if you build your coils right. It can go all the way down to 7 watts, so it's got a huge range. But one of the cool things about it that the IPv2 doesn't have, it has an upgradable chip. So what they'll do, soon after you get it, you'll get an email or a warranty notice that you can plug it in to the USB port and connect it to the internet, and your e-cig will upgrade to 120 watts.
Your e-cig will connect to the internet?
Uh-huh. Well, I mean, you connect it to your computer, and it's a firmware update.
Okay.
So 120 watts. Then they say a month or two down the road, they're going to upgrade it again to 150 watts. That's 3 times more powerful than this sucker. It is awesome vaping at 50 watts. And anywhere in between, for less than $1 a watt, that is crazy. That is crazy in the vaping world right now to get that sort of power for so cheap. And they have had just phenomenal
So
reviews.
this is like a flash drive where it's getting down to $1 a gig.
Kind of, yeah. And so one of the things that sets this company apart from a lot of them, there are a lot of companies that are being, a lot of devices like this, and it's regulated, which means it's not going to blow up on you like a mechanical mod, which is just a battery and the physical button that you press.
And the word blow-upable is thrown around a lot
It
these
is.
days.
Thank you, Homer. I see someone's been watching the FXX marathon.
No, that was unblow-upable.
Yeah.
The word unblow-upable is thrown around a lot these days.
So this is a regulated mod, which means you put the battery in, you charge it. You don't have to worry about if it's dangerous. Basically, it's going to keep you safe. And so, what's unique about this company? They're a Chinese company, but they have from the beginning manufactured their own stuff. So you either find usually American-made goods that are outrageously expensive. A 150 watt box made in the U.S. would cost $200 to $300, or you find them that are Chinese knockoffs of the American-made ones, which are cheaper but lower quality. But these guys are making their own things at Chinese prices. It's awesome.
Where was the e-cig invented? China. Patented in China. So really, they had been the innovators of this product to begin with.
That's right. In the past week, the American Heart Association came out and said, we endorse electronic cigarettes as a means to quit smoking. Meanwhile, today,
The World Health Organization.
the World Health Organization came out and said, don't do it. E-cigs are bad, and you shouldn't.
Even though we don't know.
That's right. I said, we don't know, and you shouldn't do them. They shouldn't be allowed indoors. They should stop all flavorings because it's clearly a ploy to get the kids, because adults don't like flavors
No.
like fruit. I've got a fruity juice.
Peach.
Or peach, right.
Cream.
And so there was a great article I read. This guy said, look, what we need to do is we need to step back and we need to let these things run their course so that we get that long-term data so that then we can make an informed decision on how we need to regulate. Right now, it's all scare tactics. It's all fear, and it's pointless. It's pointless. You know, the people will say in one breath, we don't know enough about them, therefore they're evil and must go.
It's the difference between observation and conjecture.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Nope.
We had a conversation over dinner. I was busy obsessing with my floppy pizza, so.
Yeah. Difference between observation and inference.
Oh, inference. Dang it.
That's close.
It was so close.
And the last thing, I hope that we'll be able to share some video this weekend. Vape Mania 14 is coming to Winston-Salem, which is just 20 minutes down the road for us.
20 minutes and a Five Guys restaurant.
That's what I wanted for dinner tonight.
You know what's coming, right?
No?
You didn't hear next to the Olive Garden by the Palladium?
No.
Five Guys. That building that they're building out in front of the Belk.
That is awesome! That is awesome.
And this on a positive note.
Because I had the most sad news today I have had in a long time. There was rumors that the place up by us, by the Walmart, was going to be a cookout.
Yeah, I heard that
Which,
too.
if you don't have a cookout, it's cheap, good grilled burgers and things. But the best thing, they have just amazing milkshakes. Really,
they
amazing
are a place.
milkshakes.
If you recall, Rallies and Snaps and places like that, they're mostly drive-through with a drive-through on both sides of the building, and just real basic. But their burgers taste like they were cooked outside.
Yeah.
So a good
grill.
grilled burger. Now, Five Guys will not displace in my heart Big Burger Spot.
Right.
So, Guy, don't sweat it. But at least I don't have to go to any of the little fast food joints if I need a burger that's close by, right?
But my heart broke today when I drove past what was promised to be a cookout, which has the best milkshakes in the world, and realized it's going to be an O'Reilly Auto Parts.
No, okay. You're looking at the wrong place. O'Reilly's was going to be O'Reilly's. We've known that. That's the one that's right there by the Quick Lube place. It's going to be around the corner over by Tex and Shirley's.
Really?
This is what I've heard.
It's weird.
This is what I've heard. We'll see.
I'm excited either way. I'm disappointed that O'Reilly's isn't Cookout.
O'Reilly's is a bad sign. Right? I don't know if you know this, but repair parts are sold in neighborhoods that are on the downside. Right? So you don't typically see an automotive repair place where new homes are being built. But when homes are in 20-year-old range, you'll start seeing the car parts places.
Yeah, but this isn't news. It's
up.
across the street from the Goodwill, the dollar store, and the Walmart. So those are also signs.
They were on their way.
Yeah, it was just a matter of time. Next, we're gonna find a GameStop and a small Chinese buffet.
We could use a small Chinese buffet in that area, couldn't we?
All right, that's enough. That's enough local news.
All right, guys, thank you for watching. Get your Cobb Foolery entries in right away. And if you have any questions or comments on that, feel free to toss me an email. Be happy to reply and give you some tips. Also, on the Cobb Foolery website, you'll see all of last year's entries and some tips on how to bend the pipe bits. A few other things. I forget what all's there, but there's some stuff there.
Pretty sure I had a disappointing video on the soldering failure I had
Last year,
with mine. So
All right.
I'm gonna try to remedy that this year.
So make it a great week, and we'll talk to you again soon.
Later.